Hello, this is Tim Campbell with Action Coach Business Coaching with my Survive and Thrive Business Spotlight series. The purpose is to interview local business owners to help get the word out about them through my social channels and email database. This is a free service I'm providing because my philosophy is if we save every business, we save the economy. Today, I have the pleasure of talking to Lauren. Welcome, Lauren.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Wonderful. It's great to have you today. Thank you so much for your time. Well, let's get started. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
Sure. So I am the third generation owner of Holder Mattress Company. My grandfather started the business in 1947 with 6 rusty springs and $1,000 and started building mattresses by hand back then. It first started as repair, turned into building their own products, and turned into multiple stores, and everything is built in our factory in Kokomo. It's made for you when you order it. All two-sided, all American-made raw materials. We build the best, and we still do it the same way that he did 73 years ago.
Wow, 73 years. That's quite a legacy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, who do you serve? Really, who is your best customer? We call that a target audience.
I would say for us right now, our target audience would really be adult couples in the 35 to 65 range, well educated, typically centrally located in Indiana. So from north of Kokomo to far south of Indianapolis is kind of our central region of this state. But we're really looking for people who are willing to invest a little bit more and who appreciate the quality of our product.
Yeah, and I think I heard you say earlier that everything is made here locally, correct? So no
Correct.
imports, nothing. It's all American made.
Not at all. So not only are we American made because the mattresses are built in our factory in Kokomo, but we are also American made because every raw material, the thread, the fiber, the steel, the foam, all of it is made as close to Indiana as possible and all within the United States.
Wow, that's almost unheard of these days, isn't it?
It's not easy to do, but those are our principles, and we've always felt that for us, we want you to buy local, and so it only makes sense that we buy local as well. And so it's just something that helps to further uphold our values. And we've also found that there's a big quality difference between what is imported and what is made here locally. And also we get into some health issues as far as some of the chemicals that are used from some imported products. And so for your health and safety, we find that it's better to stick with materials that we know what's going into them, we know how they're built, and we're able to kind of maintain the safety and the quality of them.
That's wonderful. So tell me, what has been the greatest impact of COVID-19 on your business?
Well, being closed for 2 months probably would be number one. It really challenged us because we are a brick and mortar operation. We have 2 retail stores. We function out of those, really we're at 100%. We've now kind of pivoted a little bit to help with some more online sales and things like that. But to one day be open and business as usual, and the next day you're closed, and then that continued on for weeks. That was the biggest impact. So going from normal sales and a good start to 2020, we were on trajectory for a really great year, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
It's unfortunate, isn't it? So you talked about a couple of pivots. What are 1 or 2 actions you've taken to make a difference? And how
so the very first thing that we did was we started a YouTube channel. And so that allowed us to sort of do a virtual sales experience so that we could go through and by video, explain every line, every mattress that we sell and what separates one from the other, and sort of give a sales experience as though you were in store via a YouTube video. And so that was the first thing that we did. And that definitely helped. That is an easy way. It's one thing to, describe how a mattress feels on a website, but it's quite another to be able to explain it and compare and show certain details and talk about how things feel. It's still not the same as coming in the store and trying, but that was going to be our best effort to sort of give someone a sales experience who either wasn't allowed in the store because we were shut down or didn't feel comfortable shopping in store once we were reopened. So that was thing number one. Thing number two was we started an e-commerce website. And so we had done that in the past. We found that nobody had really used it. We were talking about doing it again, hadn't gotten to it. And then once shut down, we decided, well, that needs to be priority number one. So we turned our website into an e-commerce site. So now all of our mattresses are available for sale online, but also mattress protectors and sheets and linens and pillows and bedding and some different accessories were available to purchase directly online from our website as well. And so that allowed us to kind of sustain some sales while we were shut down.
Wonderful. Fantastic. So did you have a pivot session, or how did you come up with these new ideas?
Well, fortunately, we kind of knew that a shutdown maybe was looming several days before it happened. And so we started meeting about it before. And in those meetings, we had discussed, we'd already had a YouTube channel just for hosting some of our videos at our website because we show how a mattress is built and things like that. And we decided, here's an idea. Let's take this platform we have, let's promote it on social media, and let's put more content on it. And so that was part of adding the content, and that we were able to meet about in person. And then working on the e-commerce site, we kind of had to do some more research into that and who was going to be the appropriate, person to help us, enable that feature. And so that took a few weeks, but that basically was me at my dining room table and some Zoom calls, and here we are.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on being able to pivot and figuring out at least a path forward during that time. So here's an interesting question. It's been said smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. What mistakes did you make along the way? And how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
Oh, I'm sure several. I think at the beginning, there was probably a little bit of arrogance that I had to deal with. I think that was probably my biggest shortcoming going in. I was raised in this business. I grew up in a mattress factory. I know way too much about mattresses, more than anyone would want to know, probably. And when I came in, it was a transition time for this business. And so I kind of came in guns blazing, ready to, take over and do it my way. And I learned pretty quickly that I needed to kind of reel it in a little bit and slow down. And, I was the new kid on the block to them because I had been away for several years and had gone to college. And so coming back, they were kind of in a flow. And so I was trying to upset the cart a little bit, but, we found a rhythm, but it took some adjusting on my part that, it wasn't about, I know how to do this better. It's about, I need to learn and collaborate a little bit more. And so, it took some growing up. I was a kid when I started this. So, that was part of it. It was just, learning and growing and developing a little maturity and figuring out that you can't deal with everyone the same way. And, learning to kind of adapt my strategy depending on, who I was working with. So that probably was, arrogance was probably a big mistake from the beginning. A lot more listening and a lot less talking, probably, which, I'm kind of a natural salesperson, so that's hard for me. Talking's my strong suit, but just learning to kind of turn it off and ease into it a little bit. I think there were some growing pains at the beginning. And then from there, I think it's been relatively smooth sailing since then. We've grown a lot. Things have changed a lot in the amount of time I've been here. It's been a long time now. So, in the last 15 years, it's been about, building the right team, working well with them, allowing people to do what they do, learning how to delegate was big for me. I'm a little controlling, so learning to just let go and let people do things the way they need to do them, and trusting that they're gonna to do it, you know, for the best of the company, to the best of their ability. So, for the first several years, I skipped my college graduation. I didn't take a vacation for years. I worked every day. This was my baby. I didn't walk away from it. And, just learning to let go a little bit, knowing that it's not going to crumble while I'm gone. And it certainly hasn't. And, I've been able to walk away for months at a time now to, be on maternity leave and things like that. But, it definitely, I've got a good team, and, I had to learn to trust them.
Fantastic. Second to last question here. So I've got your email and website and phone number to include when I post this video. Is there anything else that I should add, like a special offer or anything?
Sure. Yeah. So, right now, just in response to everything that's been going on the last few months, we've decided to, instead of having our typical tent sale, which is our best sale pricing of the year, we were going to offer that pricing through the month of June. So that's up to 20% off on mattress sets, which is our biggest discount of the year. So certainly want to let people know about that. And also, if you shop on our website, you can use code DAD10, DAD10, for online shopping. That'll save you $10 off any online purchase.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. So last question. Tell me what is most inspiring to you today?
I would say the Made in America movement is, it's really just floored me how far we have come. So this is something that we have worked toward for years. It's been difficult. The shop small, buy local has kind of taken off, but I think in the last year to 18 months, we've really seen a big resurgence of Made in America. And, what was important when I was a child, finding that label with the, flag on it, that was a big deal back then. And we're trying to make it a big deal again today. And I think if this pandemic has taught us anything, that's really crucial to support American businesses and American manufacturing. And, obviously there are some safety measures that come with that as well. You start looking into the pharmaceutical industry and how, all of our drugs are made overseas, and there's just very little control over that. So we were part of a trade show for Made in America products, and really, I think the movement is building, and I think it's just growing stronger every day. And so that has been the most inspirational thing to me. It's hard to do something different than every other manufacturer in your industry. And so seeing this grow and build and become more important to our customers, and really seeing a response here locally as well as on a national scale, has made such a difference. And it really just inspires us to continue to do what we're doing, and that it is working and it is important, and we all need to continue to do that. We need to support each other. And so I think what we've seen over the last few months, that it just builds, and man, it just, the more you look into it, it'll just knock your socks off. People really are putting, American manufacturers first, and that's all we can hope for.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that concludes the interview. Want to let you know that I will be posting this on my social channels later today, and I'll tag you on that. I'm also sending out a link to my weekly database, email database, and that goes out on Tuesday morning, so it'll come out next week. I'd also like to invite everyone that's listening to take a free pivot session or a free coaching session with me to help you guys to figure out the next steps in your business and how to move your business forward. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. And as a reminder, Lauren shared a couple of fantastic offers for her business that I'll be included in this post as well. So Lauren, thank you so much for your time today. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you.